Hi, I'm Andy Makepeace, and today I'm going to be giving you some advice about skateboards because it can be a bit confusing when you're buying your first one. So come this way and we'll sort you out. First thing, I'd definitely steer clear of your supermarket or local toy shop skateboards. Usually pretty cheap, but they are mass produced at a very poor quality. Definitely steer clear of that. Skateboards are pretty dangerous as it is, so if you do skimp on one, you are making it, that little more dangerous for yourself. Generally, poor quality tends to break a lot easier than the ones that from a true skateboard company that actually put a lot of time, effort and money into developing their products for a better quality for you. Right, skateboards can be a little daunting at times, so I'm going to talk you through a few things that you should look out for. It's going to hopefully help you in the long run. Skateboards.
When choosing a skateboard, consider your weight or size first, depending on what size of board you're going to go for. The smaller you are, the better off you'll be on a narrow board. However, you may decide to err on the side of caution and start off with a slightly wider board to provide you with stability whilst you decide what kind of riding you're going to do. Decks are usually made from layers of laminated wood plies and vary in length and size. Most decks widths range between 7.5 and 8.5 inches, and lengths from around 31 to 32.5 inches. Your choice will depend on the type of riding that you want to do. The smaller, lighter decks are usually easy to control and flip, whereas the larger, heavier decks are more stable and are good for carving. The rest, of course, is down to personal preference in terms of wheelbase, nose or tail length.
There's a couple of good examples of boards. There's a little wider one for you, generally pretty strong, and a little bit extra for landing on. It's another good example of a thinner board, generally really easy to flip over and quite light as well.
Trucks are the metal parts under the deck that the wheels are attached to, and they enable your board to turn and grind. They're comprised of a base plate, kingpin, bushings, hanger and axle. The base plate is the bit that is bolted onto your board. The kingpin is a big bolt that comes up through the middle of the base plate. It is this that is used to adjust the turn response of your board. The tighter it is, the less your trucks will turn. The hanger is a bit that you grind on, and the wheels are attached to the axle.
Grip tape.
Grip tape is applied to the top of the deck and provides you with traction. There are loads of different colours and graphics available, but they all do the same basic job.
Wheels.
Wheels vary in hardness and size, and what to buy is up to you and the type of surface you intend to ride on. Street skaters usually ride a wheel in the 50 to 54mm range and combine this with a narrower board. Whereas transition riders, those are the guys in the parks, generally ride much wider boards and therefore much bigger wheels. It's also worth taking into consideration the hardness of a wheel. For rough surfaces, a low durometer wheel will make for a much smoother ride, whereas for general street and park use, a harder wheel will allow for certain tricks to be slid much more easily.
So yeah, wheels. Bearings.
Bearings enable the wheels to turn, and there is a vast range on the market. They usually have an ABEC rating, indicating precision engineering, and generally range from ABEC 1 to ABEC 7. The higher the rating, in theory, the faster the wheels will go. That said, by far the most popular bearings on the market are produced by Bones, which aren't ABEC rated at all. This is because, unlike most other bearings, they were designed specifically with skateboarding in mind.
Now you've got two choices. Do you buy it separate and get it made up for you, or do you buy the complete? If you're buying for your son or daughter's first board, a complete's probably best, because then over time they're going to develop their personal preferences anyway. If you're buying for yourself, it might be worth taking a look at all the separate pieces. That way you can get just what's right for you. Once you've decided what sizes are best for you, you can now move on to look at what graphic you like. Don't worry if you can't afford the most expensive deck, trucks or wheels. As long as you buy some proper product, what you actually buy you'll get used to over time. Now you've decided what to buy, come with me, I'll show you how to set it up. So, building a setup, what you need, you've got your board, grip, wheels, bearings, some bolts over here and 2 trucks. To make it, you'll need a file, a blade, a skate tool and an Allen key. To start with, you get your grip, just peel the back off, and lay it down nice and flat so there's no bubbles. Score the edge with the file. Might want to put it down on somewhere flat for this bit. Get the blade, pull the grip tape up around the edge so it doesn't stick. Cut a little bit into it and just angle the blade and keep pulling it back slowly. Just turn the board occasionally. Just snap off a bit of the grip, give it a little sand around the sides, just keep it stick down. Once you've done that, you want to get the truck set up, so pierce holes through each of the bolt holes with the Allen key. Just stick all the bolts through, hold them in place, turn it over and whack your truck on. Put your nuts on. So yeah, just whack your tool over the bolt, tighten it with the Allen key. So once you've done that, put your board on somewhere flat. Time to pop in the bearings. The best way to do this is take off the nut off the end of one of your trucks and the washers. Stick a bearing on there and just apply pressure down so it pops in. Once you've done that with all 4, put the bolt back on and away you go. There you go, your new setup, ready to roll. So there you are, hopefully now you've got enough knowledge to buy your first skateboard. Welcome to a lifetime of fun, see you at the park sometime.